Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourself, Banking and General Knowledge etc. Please subscribe to the channel and also please do like and share and leave your suggestions in the comment section. The events of 24th September 2024 are follows. Bengali date 7 Yasin 1431. As per Benimadhav Sil Punjika, today's Tithi is Krishna Saptami and up to 1802 hours and after that Krishna Ashtami. Today's Nakshatra is Rohini Nakshatra and up to 0423 hours and after that Mrigashira Nakshatra. Today is 268th day of the year. There are then 98 days left in 2024. Today is 39th Tuesday of 2024. Today is International Age Diversity Day. International Age Diversity Day (IADD) is a global day that celebrates all generations in the workplace and is observed on September 24. The day aims to recognize good practices, raise awareness of barriers and bias, celebrate the achievements of all age groups, call for action to not overlook age in the D&I agenda for business performance strategies. Some benefits of age diversity in the workplace include diverse experiences. Older workers have a variety of experiences, and the youngest boomers have been working for about 35 years. Flexible learning styles. Older workers have adapted to changes in the workplace from typewriters to word processors to digital technology. Motivated to work. Older workers are motivated to work for a variety of reasons, including sharing their knowledge and skills. Today is World Bollywood Day. To celebrate India's cinema, World Bollywood Day is celebrated every year on September 24th across the world. Today is World Gorilla Day. World Gorilla Day is celebrated on September 24th each year to raise awareness and celebrate gorillas, the largest of the great apes. Here are some things to know about World Gorilla Day. Why it's celebrated. World Gorilla Day was celebrated in 2017 to commemorate gorillas and highlight their beauty and value. Gorillas are endangered. Despite conservation efforts, gorillas are still considered endangered. Gorillas are threatened by climate change and human contact. Gorilla population have been sharply reduced due to climate change and human contact. The Gorillas Agreement. The Gorilla Agreement is an international legally binding instrument that aims to protect gorillas and their habitats. The Aspinall Foundation. The Aspinall Foundation is known for their work protecting and rebuilding western lowland gorillas. Federal troops sent into Little Rock, Arkansas. On this day in 1957, racial desegregation took center stage when federal troops were dispatched to Little Rock, Arkansas to maintain order and enforce the right of black students to attend the local public high school. Today is birth anniversary of Miss Bhikaji Rustam Kama, 24th September 1861 to 13th August 1936. Bhikaji Rustam Kama, or simply as Madam Kama, was one of the prominent figures in the Indian independence movement. Bhikaji Kama was born in Bombay, now Mumbai, in a large, affluent Parsi Zoroastrian family. Her parents, Sorabji Ramji Patel and Jaijibai Sorabji Patel, were well known in the city, where her father, Sorabji, a lawyer by training and a merchant by profession, was an influential member of the Parsi community. She unfurled one of the earliest versions of flag of independent India on August 22, 1907, and she was the first person to hoist an Indian flag in a foreign nation at the International Socialist Conference at Stuttgart. Like many Parsi girls of the time, Bhigaji attended Alexandra Girls English Institution. Bhigaji was by all accounts a diligent, disciplined child with a flair for languages. On 3rd August 1885, she married Rustam Kama, who was who was the son of K.R. Kama. Her husband was a wealthy pro-British lawyer who aspired to enter politics. It was not a happy marriage, and Vikaji spent most of her time and energy in philanthropic activities and social work. Today is birth anniversary of Miss Avati Saha, 24th September 1940 to 23rd August 1994. Avati Saha was an Indian long-distance swimmer. She was best known for becoming the first Asian woman to swim across the English Channel on 29 September 1959. At the age of 19, in 1960, she became the first Indian sportswoman to be awarded the Padma Shri, the fourth highest civilian honor in India. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. André Frederic Cournand, 24th September 1895 to 19th February 1988. André Frederic Cournand was a French-American physician and physiologist. Cournand was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1956 along with Werner Forssmann and Dickinson W. Richards for the development of cardiac catheterization. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Baron Howard Walter Florey, 24th September 1898 to 21st February 1968. Howard Walter Florey, Baron Florey, was an Australian pharmacologist and pathologist who shared the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1945 with Ernest Chain and Sir Alexander Fleming for his role in the development of penicillin. Although Fleming received most of the credit for the discovery of penicillin, it was Florey and his team at the University of Oxford who made it into a useful and effective drug. 10 years after Fleming had abandoned its development, they developed techniques for growing and purifying and manufacturing the drug, tested it for toxicity and efficacy on animals, and carried out the first clinical trials. In 1941, they used it to treat a police constable from Oxford. He started to recover but subsequently died because Florey was unable at that time to make enough penicillin. Later trials in Britain, the United States, and North Africa were highly successful. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Severo Ochoa, 24th September 1905 to 1st November 1993. Severo Ochoa de Albornoz was a Spanish physician and biochemist and winner of the 1959 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, together with Arthur Kornberg for the discovery of the mechanisms in the biological synthesis of deoxyribonucleic acid. Severo investigated how DNA and RNA are formed and which enzymes control this process. By studying bacteria, Ochoa and Marine Grunberg Manago discovered an enzyme in 1955 that can join nucleotides, the building blocks of RNA and DNA together. 1973, Guinea-Bissau gains independence. In 1973, Guinea-Bissau, a West African nation, achieved its independence from Portuguese colonial rule. This significant event marked the end of a long struggle for self-determination and sovereignty. The country's successful bid for independence was the result of years of armed resistance and political movements led by local leaders, ultimately leading to the establishment of an independent and sovereign Guinea-Bissau. 1957, Camp Nou, a stadium that seats over 99,000 opens its doors for football fans. Situated in Barcelona, Spain, it is the largest stadium in Europe and the 11th largest in the world. 1948, Honda Motor Company is founded by Soichiro Honda. The automobile manufacturer is also the world's largest producer of motorcycles. 1869, Black Friday in the United States. A group of speculators headed by James Fisk and J. Gould started hoarding gold, which led to high gold prices. The U.S. Treasury, under the orders of President Ulysses S. Grant, sold a large amount of gold, leading to a plummet in gold prices within the span of minutes. 1789, U.S. Congress adopts the Judiciary Act of 1789. The act was passed by the first Congress of the United States. It created the U.S. federal judiciary, including the Supreme Court. 2002, terrorists attacked the Akshardham Temple in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. September 24, 2002 is remembered as one of the worst terrorist attacks in India, which resulted in more than 30 people dying and more than 80 people injured in an attack on the Akshardham Temple in Gujarat. 2014, India becomes the first country to enter the Mars orbit in its first attempt. In 2014, India achieved a historic milestone by becoming the first country to successfully enter the Mars orbit on its maiden attempt. 1968, 60-minute premieres. On September 24, 1968, the TV news magazine 60 Minutes premiered on CBS. The undercover police drama The Mod Squad premiered on ABC. Today's, that is 24 September, highlight in history. 1645, the Battle of Loughton Heath in England is a parliamentary victory over a royalist army commanded in person by King Charles. 1674, Second Tantric coronation of Shivaji. 1789, the United States Congress passes the Judiciary Act, creating the Office of the Attorney General and Federal Judiciary System and ordering the composition of the Supreme Court. 1830, Revolutionary Committee of Notables forms the Provisional Government of Belgium. 1841, the Sultanate of Brunei cedes Sarawak to James Brooke. 1846, Mexican-American War, General Zachary Taylor captures Monterrey. 1852, the first powered passenger-carrying airship, the Giffard dirigible, travels 17 miles (27 km) from Paris to Trappers. 1853, Admiral Despointes formally takes possession of New Caledonia in the name of France. 1869, Black Friday, gold prices plummet after United States President Ulysses Grant orders the Treasury to sell large quantities of gold after J. Gould and James Fisk plot to control the market. 1875, the 1864 play Heath Cobblers by Alexis Kivi is premiered for the first time in Oulu, Finland. 1877, the Battle of Shiroyama is a decisive victory of the Imperial Japanese Army over the Satsuma Rebellion. 1890, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints officially renounces polygamy. 1906, U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt proclaims Devil's Tower in Wyoming as the nation's first national monument. 1906, racial tensions exacerbated by rumors lead to the Atlanta race riot, further increasing racial segregation. 1911, His Majesty's Airship No. 1, Britain's first rigid airship, is wrecked by strong winds before her maiden flight at Barrow in Furness. 1929, Jimmy Doolittle performs the first flight without a window, proving that full instrument flying from takeoff to landing is possible. 1932, Gandhi and Dr. Ambedkar agree to the Pune Pact, which reserved seats in the Indian provincial legislature for the depressed classes, untouchables. 1935, Ireland Weldon Bascom produced the first rodeo over held outdoors under electric lights. 1946, Cathay Pacific Airways is founded in Hong Kong. 1946, the top secret Clifford Else report on the Soviet Union is delivered at President Truman. 1948, the Honda Motor Company is founded. 1950, the eastern United States is covered by thick haze from the Chicago fire in western Canada. 1954, AEC Routemaster, the iconic London bus was introduced. 1957, President Eisenhower sends the 101st Airborne Division to Little Rock, Arkansas to enforce desegregation. 1959, PAI Flight 307 crashes during takeoff from Bordeaux's Merignac Airport in Bordeaux, Nouvelle-Aquitaine, France, killing 55 people. 1960, USS Enterprise, the world's first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, is launched. 1972, Japan Airlines Flight 472 lands at Juhu Aerodrome instead of Santa Cruz Airport in Bombay, India. 1973, Guinea-Bissau declares its independence from Portugal. 1975, Southwest Face Expedition members become the first persons to reach the summit of Mount Everest by any of its phases instead of using a ridge route. 1993, the Cambodian monarchy is restored with Norodom Sihanouk as king. 1996, representatives of 71 nations signed the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty at the United Nations. 2005, Hurricane Rita makes landfall in the United States, devastating portions of southwestern Louisiana and extreme southwestern Texas. 2007, between 30,000 and 1 lakh people take part in anti-government protest in Yangon, Burma, the largest in 20 years. 2008, Thabo Mbeki resigns as President of South Africa. 2009, the G20 summit begins in Pittsburgh with 30 global leaders in attendance. 2009, SA Airlink Flight 8911 crashes near Durban International Airport in Durban, South Africa, killing the captain and injuring the rest of the crew. 2013, a 7.7 magnitude earthquake strikes southern Pakistan, killing at least 327 people. 2014, the Mars Orbiter mission makes India the first Asian nation to reach Mars orbit and the first nation in the world to do so in its first attempt. 2015, at least 1,100 people are killed and another 934 wounded after a stampede during the Hajj in Saudi Arabia. 2023, NASA's Osiris-Rex capsule containing samples from the asteroid 101955 Bennu successfully lands back on Earth. Thank you very much for your patience.